It is the Riot on RadioU.
Merry Christmas, and hopefully you're enjoying our Riot Christmas show.
Merry Christmas to you, Nikki.
Yay, to you as well.
And Merry Christmas to one Jen Ledger
Yay.
on the phone right now.
Hey.
How are you doing? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing?
We're doing very good.
Hey,
Wonderful.
Jen, listen, I know you don't really remember us, and that's fine. But I have to ask you.
She'll tell you that she does.
I know she will,
needs
because
to.
that's what her media training tells her to do.
She's a professional.
Now, Jen, I have a really
I'm nervous, guys.
I have a really important question for you. I need to know if you have gone and watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail yet to see the not dead yet scene.
The not dead yet thing.
Yeah.
I did go and see it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel really silly about my song now.
We had assumed you had seen, back when that song came out, that you had seen it, but when we talked last, you had not. So way to go for actually going and watching it.
I know, but the thing is, it's tainted it for me now. I'm like, yeah, I can see why I remembered this scene of this movie. There's no way I would have written that song. So maybe it's the Lord and he completely erased it from my memory so that I could write a song like that with just total freedom. But you guys have just changed me back up again.
Well, I'm glad, because that's what we're here for.
That's what we're really here for. That's our Christmas gift to you, and it keeps giving.
So,
Merry Christmas, Jen. Now you're stressed out about your silly lyrics in your song.
So did you actually go watch the whole movie?
No. I just
the scene.
looked up that one scene, and I was like, oh, man,
Well.
the shame.
So talk to us about Christmas, Jen. What are your Christmas plans this year?
Oh, man, Christmas. This is the first year in about 10 years that I haven't been able to make it home. I'm from England, if you can't tell. I know my accent's very weird now. I've lived in America for a while, so I sound shady. But basically, I normally travel home. I've got an incredible family in England, so I usually take a 10-day trip. But right now, as you know, I'm right in between a bunch of LEDGER shows and a bunch of Skillet shows, and it's an incredibly exciting new season where this is the first year I just can't make it back this year. So the Coopers are being so lovely as to open up their home to me, and I'm going to be spending the night with them and waking up for Christmas and having an American Christmas, only to leave at like 2:30 a.m. on the 26th to go on tour.
Aw, well, at least you get tonight and tomorrow. Like, you get something.
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard to, you just got to enjoy the moment. Otherwise, if you keep thinking about the fact you're leaving in just a few hours, that can be kind of like okay, just don't think about it. It's going to be an early morning. You'll have some coffee. You'll be fine.
You'll be good.
Jen, you realize that you are right on the verge of starting, the biggest romantic relationship of your life, because you're going to spend the night with the Coopers. You're a girl whose trip home has been canceled.
It's a Hallmark movie.
So she stays at home with some friends and family. But little does she know, she's about to go on tour, but a huge snowstorm cancels her tour. It's an American Christmas on Hallmark.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
You know what? That sounded more beautiful than I knew. I was like, we should make a movie, guys. I'm cashing in on those royalties for sure.
You can have it all. We have so many ideas with movies. You can have that one.
It's perfect.
Okay.
It's
I'm happy to split percentages. If it's a hit, I'm fine with it.
Okay, good. If not, we never talked if it doesn't take off.
Yeah, let's erase it from this radio interview.
That's right. Well,
Script writes itself.
This is Jen
easy.
Ledger, and then you have LEDGER stuff, you've got Skillet stuff, but then of course Winter Jam is coming up. So if you're a part of RadioU's Ohio audience, that'll be coming up January 19th. So in just a few weeks, that'll be here.
So Jen, are you ready for Winter Jam?
Oh my gosh, I'm ready, but I've got so many mixed emotions here. I am completely pumped on the one hand, and then on the other hand, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. We're playing an arena tour without Skillet, just on my own. What the heck is happening?
It'll be different.
It's going to be different. We've been rehearsing really hard. We spent a ton of time getting this show ready. We've got a few surprises in store. I'm following in the Skillet footsteps. John and Corey have trained me well, and I'm hoping to bring a really cool show with a few surprises that will leave the audience a little bit like, oh, I didn't expect that. That's what Skillet does, and I'm hoping to follow in their footsteps too. And actually, we might be launching a brand new song also, but I'm not allowed to tell you any more about that just yet.
That's a secret, just a little teaser.
just a teaser secret because we're buddies now, you know.
Well, we're writing movies together, so
Yeah.
of course.
We're collabing for
Well,
sure.
it's good. His Winter Jam audience is super nice. And I mean, everybody's been the most excited about Ledger performing on it. So you're going to have a
Right.
really good crowd the entire time.
Honestly, I'm so excited. Winter Jam is just like it's got like such a soft spot in my heart because when I moved to America at 16 years old, kind of became a Christian at 16, and then within a year, I had gotten into Skillet. And so my first tour ever, I just turned 18. My birthday had happened a couple of weeks before, and my first tour was 2008 with Winter Jam. And as you can imagine, playing for 200 people at church on a Sunday and being terrified about that, and then going into 16,000 people in an arena was an incredibly stretching season for me. And it was one of those seasons where I just saw, like, God can do the impossible if you're just obedient and if you trust him. Because I was like scared to death. I hated performing. I had said no to actually auditioning for Skillet because it scared me too bad. And now it's so cool. Like, 10, 11 years later, I've toured Winter Jam many times, and to see the growth even in like my walk with the relationship with the Lord and how just trusting him and stepping out in things, I'm like, I never in a million years thought I could be doing something like this with my life. I wanted to be a hairdresser. That was my whole goal. And so now I'm on the freaking radio talking to you guys at Christmas, ready for a tour that's in an arena. I just honestly, my mind is blown.
Aww.
And so Winter Jam is just special, and I am so overwhelmed with the grace of God on my life for it. It's just so cool, and I cannot wait to see you guys out there.
Well, that is exciting, Jen. Thank you so much for taking time on Christmas Eve to spend a little bit of your time with us. And we
Say
hope,
hello to the Coopers.
Yeah, tell me say hi.
Hello.
Tell everybody Merry
They will say
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. They say it back to you guys. And thank you so much for chatting to me. I super appreciate it.
All right. Well, hey, good luck on Winter Jam. We'll look forward to seeing you then.
Awesome. Thank you. See you
All right.
guys.
You're welcome.
Jen from
Ledger
Ledger.
on Winter Jam, like I mentioned, for RadioU Ohio. That's coming January 19th to Columbus, but then it's traveling, of course, in different cities. So if you want more details, RadioU.com. And this is the newest from her called Warrior.
It is the Riot.